Sadly, it's not going to be that easy. This here is our resistor pack, ballast resistor. This white wire here is the power. Everything else are the resistors. I'm probably just going to snip this off rather than trying to pot this or whatever, and then just I guess potentially it would be a good idea to have this unpluggable, but nah, we'll just wire it directly into it. Now with this loom, and we're probably best to spread it all out, there is two parts we need to concentrate on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Just, you can have a look at this rather than look at my face. Alright, got ECU end, which is cool. Alright, keep the ballast resistor adds more resistance, as you'd expect, to the power feed to the injectors, because these injectors here are low impedance, low resistance. The ones, and the ECU is expecting high impedance, high resistance. So we need to add some resistance to this line. The way we're going to do it is we're going to take the power feed that comes in this and then branches off. There is one power feed that's in here that then branches off, and we're going to put that power feed into here. The power feed in here branches off four ways. Four. 1, 2, 3, and then continues into this loom here, which then branches off another 3 times. So what that leaves us with is, if we remove the 2 branches on this and we just keep that one feed going through to here, we've got the ability to take the power feed out of here into here and put the 4 of the injectors into the existing wiring. You following? The next part is then we have to make a what are we calling it? A 2-wire subloom to then create power through to the final 2 injectors from this. So we need to wire from here to there, and ideally probably have a plug in there as well. So not insignificant, but completely doable, and thanks to the wonder that is internet forums, there is how-to guides on how to do this. First things first with this is we need to identify where the power is and where it branches in here, and after that we need to figure out what we're going to do with this, because are we just going to, right, this is I think back of the head, because that goes to idle control. That one's a knock sensor which goes down below. Are we just going to cable tie it to the line here, which is probably our best bet if I'm honest. Cable tie it to the loom. This I think actually gets split out and gets like mounted to the body, but I think I'd rather try and remove it. I guess it is kind of a heat sinky type thing. Yeah, I'll just cable tie it to this out of the way. Alright, let's get cracking on pulling this loom apart. this is interesting. Now that we've blown all that off, wear gloves. Man, this stuff is sticky. It is obviously been heat cycled so much, all the adhesive has just turned into absolute goo. That's the crank angle sensor loom, which I've just folded out of the way. Good thing is, once these all split out, you can actually kind of move some of these sub looms to better positions. Now this one doesn't really have anywhere to go other than in front of me. But anywhoos, this is what we got. Now, we've got our 3 injectors. I have found the split, but interestingly enough, the crimp, it splits 3 here, and then when it gets to cylinder number 1, it splits again. So we've got this line here, and then we've got the power going into that, and then we're going to have multiple wires. So when we add this to the mix, we need to get that white wire to freaking chickens, at least they're making eggs for us, that wire to there, 3 of these wires, 1, 2, and then 3 there. Those are the points of contact there, and then the 4th wire there as well. How are we going to do that? Maybe it's better than we actually we cut that one there, and we have the one that's going through as the 3rd, and then all 3 of these can go mount in there. I think that's the better idea. So we will undo this tape here. Interestingly, they daisy chain the power. Here we go. Off a single injector. And there we go. A factory Nissan crimp. Okay. So that's interesting too. So what we might do with that, if we pry that apart. So which way do we want to do it? Because at the moment this is actually, this one is teed into that main feed there. I guess we'll go through and undo all of them, eh? Alright. See you in a bit. Power wire has been routed into ballast resistor. No turning back now. We've got these jobbies to go into here. So we're probably going to have to lie this quite close to the rail. I might even have to open this up so I can bend one of them around to here. I can sit in between so we can get 2 of these puppies up and into there, 1 of these around and into there, and man, it's starting to get pretty busy over here. Yes, I am using these. Why? I actually have pretty good success with them. I know they got a bit of a bad rap, and hey, there's not a lot of technology that goes into these things, but for like the failure rate that I've had with them, I think it's worth it. I'll go through and check polarity at the end, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I threw a bit of heat shrink over that one. Open that up and maybe just pull one of the wires through. Maybe if we can pull that bottom one through, get a bit more length out of it, see which one of them actually is the longest. It's more so that one there. And that one there. Alright, might might be able to not even have to undo it. Might just be able to squish it through like that. And we will give that as much length as we can. And we'll wrap it around that way. Lovely. Lovely. These bits here, this heat shrink actually has glue on the inside of it as well, so it seals it up super well. So yes, I am sort of double sleeving these just for safety. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why I actually have pretty good success with those things, because I actually take a little bit of extra and not care, but I guess take a bit of extra. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I do a bit of extra just to give it a chance to succeed. There we go. Jam those in there, and I try and get them to mesh as well. There we go, meshed. Then slide the solder over the top, like that. Lovely, lovely. Using the old heat. Ideally it would be a heat gun. But this does the trick. Just got to be patient with it. Don't jam it right in there. Do you know what I've done? Put that on without that. I guess this one's going to have to rock as is. I'll just put some tape around this one. This one is getting low. Does have some in it still. Oh no. I'll be right back, call it. Done. That's the power wire coming in. Resistor going through to check the first one there. The resistor going to the second one. Resistor going to the third one. And then to the fourth one into this harness here, white with black trace. Now we're seeing white with black trace there. Alright, I don't think there's any others, but we'll go through and we'll confirm that that is the one. Again, one splits into three. And we'll see out of these two, out of this, which one is on the main line and which ones are spliced in. And remove them. Oh. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. It can't go any higher. No, I just found some. Where are we? Come on. Oh, don't be. Do I have to get the knife? Do I have to get the knife? Oh, good. Well done. See, you just got to threaten it sometimes. There we go. Threaten them. A good threat goes a long way. This is where we sit now. So I've confirmed, and sure enough, as expected, all the way down here. Where are we? Can't really see. Hang on. This is where we've landed. Now, get these guys out of the way. Make it a bit clearer. So here's our joint. Sure enough, this main feed here actually goes to the middle, but it doesn't matter because the two ends are here. So we're going to pop that on this end here. So we've got a weatherproof connector here. where they're going to need to find a bit of wire to come through, and we've got the other two down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more joins to go, with a little bit of that heat shrink to go over each one of those as well. And we've got to find some appropriate gauge wire to go from there to there, ideally red and black. And that should see us done. After that, we now will need to think about what we're going to do as far as rewrapping this. I might also take some time there and just figure out whether we're going to need all these plugs as well, because hey, now's a good time. Like, I can't even remember what that one is that's on that loom. Probably worth going through and just checking, just seeing, like, if there is a plug here that goes onto, say, the temp sensor or whatever. Another thing could be, maybe, seeing as I've got the loom blown apart, we actually put in the wiring for the water temp, oil temp, and oil pressure, stick them in this loom, and then it plop on, and then it's just connect up instead of running a separate loom all the way through. That sounds like a good idea to me. That would mean, yeah, and then just sort of bring it back to the firewall and then just being able to poke it through from there. Right. Let's find some wire, first of all. Let's do that. Finish this up, and then break out the phone and do a bit of research and have a look at the wiring diagram and just figure out if there's any of these we can get rid of. Yeah. We don't need 6 injectors, right? We can just do away with a couple. No. No. We're going to need all the help we need and we can get. Done. We have one ballast resistor wired in power to injector 1, injector 2, injector 3, or actually 1, 2, 3 there. Those are all wired in. And then we have injector 5, I think. And then we've got through here to 4 and 6. Through there, and this is our little weatherproof connector where we can now split that harness off separately. Still stoked.